Plymouth Furniture. Home starts here. American Legion. Veterans strengthening America with family and community engagement. Call 920-627-1879 or visit wilegion.org for more information. Meyer Motors. Serving the community with new and used vehicles for over 98 years. Visit us on social or gomeyermotors.com. Plymouth Glass. Go first class with Plymouth Glass. Your top choice for custom glass shower enclosures. Teetz's Piggly Wiggly. Shop the pig. Teetz's Piggly Wiggly with locations in Plymouth, Howards Grove, and Sheboygan. Miller & Belt. We've got lawnmowers and snowblowers, chainsaws, and more. Why not stop in and visit our store today?
Welcome you all to the 2024 Dairyland Classic. We're going to do a little short opening ceremonies for you. We appreciate you all coming out and taking time on your Friday afternoon and your springtime, late, early summer to come out and hopefully enjoy some flat track motorcycle racing. My parents started this event 39 years ago, and we're still doing it, and we do it because of you up in the grandstand. So thank you very much for being part of this every year. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our headline sponsor, or one of our headline sponsors this year. It's Throttle Stop, as well as Hoban Brothers Motorcycles, who've been a great headline sponsor for us. And so I'd like to take a few moments to recognize our friend and our headline sponsor, Mr. John Dahmer. Complete brain fart right there. And he'd like to say a few words, so please give her a warm round of applause for John Dahmer, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know that I need a round of applause. I'd like to do it for Bert Sumner and the whole entire Sumner family because, like he said, for 39 years they've been able to put this race on, and it is absolutely top quality for Wisconsin, for Plymouth here. What a great weekend that we have, including Moto America being here. Nick from Throttle Stop, of course, we talked. You're supposed to be down here on the mic, but that's okay. You can be up there. They'll find you up there. I want to thank all the riders here. So we've been doing this for 20 years. We've been a headline sponsor, and it comes with great honor. I don't think that it's probably an open check because I think you could tell me whatever it's going to be, and we're going to make this happen. Because it was a while back when there was a chance that this wasn't going to happen, and what an event. We can't lose it. So continue to support. We thank you very much. In the last 20 years, I don't remember a rain out even. We don't use the artwork. No, we don't even use that. Bert's thrown more printers. I've witnessed him throw more printers than it's rained out here, but it's great. We love it. Thank you very much. Again, thank you, riders, for putting on a great show. Everybody be safe tonight. And thank you again to the Sumner family. Love it.
Thank you, John. John Dahmer from Hoban Brothers Motorcycles, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we like to kind of line the riders up so you get a chance to see them without their helmets on. We've got some old people, some very young people. We've got men and women. Off the top of my head, Mia is here, Izzy is here, Zaria is here representing the women. There might be some others in here as well. Hannah is here. I got that one. We got 4 racers here from Australia, actually, and I'm going to remind you this gentleman is on a tear in the American Flat Track Series. He's currently, I think, running 3rd in the points. He's won almost half of the events, 2 of the 5. Last year, he won our Jim Sumner Memorial Dash for Cash here from Forbes, New South Wales, Australia. Please give a warm welcome back to Mr. Tom the Bomber Drain, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Plymouth, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
How's the track shaping up for you tonight?
It's looking pretty good. We were trying a couple things out there in the practice, and hopefully we got it all sorted ready for the heats and mains.
All right, you looking forward to the race tonight? You think you've got your setup all figured out?
Yeah, I think we got something sorted now, so I'm looking forward to it and ready to go.
Fantastic. Good luck tonight. Another hand for Mr. Tom Drain. Also, his younger brother Sam is over here somewhere. He number 7. He won the 250 class last year. He's going to try to win it again. And now on my right is an individual. He finished third here. He actually won our 450 amateur class 4 years ago. He was the American Flat Track Singles Rookie of the Year. He raced on the factory Honda team the last 2 years. And now he's back with a privateer effort. But less than a month ago, he notched his first ever American Flat Track National win at the Fort Worth, Texas half mile. So please give a warm welcome from Hillsboro, Illinois, for Mr. Chase Sadoff. Welcome back to Plymouth, Chase.
What's up? What's going on? Thanks everybody for coming out. It's great to see everybody.
And you're still working with Brian Bigelow, who won this race in 2007. I remind him every time I see him. How's the track shaping up for a kind of track that you excel on?
Track's pretty good so far. I felt good in the first couple practices, and I'm excited to see what tonight brings.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's 88. That's Chase Sadoff.
We've got a little stoplight over here. The red light means hold. First yellow, second yellow, and then green. And it looks like the 62 George Patrick is going to get a jump out the front right there. And he's going to lead him through turns 1 and 2 as they head down the back straightaway. I believe that is the 71G of Eric Bass. You are going to notice it is a little bit hard for me to see across the track, so we're going to call him out as we see him. But right now, the 62 machine leading the 71 and the 50 of Mike Lang in third. But it looks like the 73 of Steve Wasser outside of the groove right there, trying to take that third place away from Mike Lang. Still up front, though, is the 62 of George Patrick in this 6-lap heat race. And they're going to come by for the green flag, lap number 2. And Wasser trying to make that pass on third. Not quite sure. Mike Lang, a little bit unconventional flat track style, keeping both feet up on that 50 machine, but he gets a great drive. But Steve Wasser is going to dive in and try to get around the 71G of Eric Bass, trying to take 2 positions. Coming up to second as they cross the line. Wasser is picking up 2 positions and running just outside the groove. Looks like there's some great traction right now. Almost anywhere on the track, these guys put these motorcycles wherever they want them. But still in front right now is that 62 machine, George Patrick out of Marquette, Michigan, on the Geo Moto Racing Ducati 350. A little bit down the line, but Wasser on that 350 Harley Davidson. Trying that outside line. Let's see what kind of drive he gets. Coming through this time by, I believe it's going to be 2 laps to go. Oh, it's going to be white flag as they come by, and Wasser's still trying to get around that 61 machine. Once again, all 5 of our racers will be advancing into the main event. Wasser's got one more chance to try to get around them as they come down to the turn number 3. Through turn number 4, let's see who gets the drive. The 62 machine is going to beat him. And the winner of our first heat race of the evening is going to be the 62 of George Patrick, followed by the 73 of George Wasser and the number 50 of Mike Lang. And Chuck Dick, local legend, District 16 around here, crossing the line. We think he's 82. Our starter getting them ready to go. They're checking out the stoplight. First yellow going, second yellow, then green. The 86 machine getting the great stuff. That's Bill Ferguson. But it looks like Dan Lauder is going to come up, push up the 18K of Larry Pettis. And right now we got a battle between Ferguson and Pettis in second. But as they come back down through turns 3 and 4 for the green flag, it's going to be Dan Lowers out front, followed by the 18K of Larry Pettis, the 86 of Bill Ferguson, 68. But it looks like Julia Hansen pass on the outside for 4th as they're coming out of second. Let's see if she can hold on to it. But Lowers right now trying to put a gap on himself, and that 18 machine of Larry Pettis, the 86 of Bill Ferguson keeping up. And the 56 Julia Hansen getting around that 68 machine of Eric Lund sitting in 4th. But right now it looks like a 2-man battle out front. Dan Lowers leading that 18K machine of Larry Pettis as they come past the green flag. Once again, this is heat number 2 by Hogan Brothers Motorcycles. And right now, Dan Lauder is settling in. Once again, all 5 riders going to go to the main event out of the 6-lap heat race. So we'll have 10 riders in our breakless main event later this evening when we get into our A mains. 18K Larry Pettis trying to close the gap on Dan Lowers, but right now, holding pretty strong. Coming by, white flag this time. Lowers still leading Pettis. So the 56 right now is trying to get up and around that 60 of Eric Lund. So that's Bill Ferguson back there. A good battle, but right here, Larry Pettis trying to get around Dan Lowers and couldn't. Oh, we got a battle coming on. Julian Hansen trying to go to the outside of 86, but can't quite do it. That'll be the 86, Bill Ferguson finishing ahead of Julia Hansen and Eric Lund. But a great battle right there from all 5 of our racers. With 3 AFT races that you'll notice the yellow plates on those bikes. These guys are stacked up, ready to go. We're green. Tom Drain with a great start. He's going to lead him into turn number 1. Coming with him just on the outside, I believe that is Trent Lowe on the 48 Turner Racing Honda, followed by the 57 of Parker Lang up there. Ethan Rosine in the mix as well. Now the 67 flat a little high right there. It looks like it's Tom Drain and Trent Lowe running out front. That's the 59 SS7 Racing versus the 48 Turner Honda. These guys battling each other, but right now, the 48 machine going low, getting around that 59 of Drain. And the 57 of Parker Lang still holding back the pack there with 3rd place. Kind of trying to keep the number 9 the 67, the 55 machine, and the 47 back there. And the 48 machine getting a great drive jumping out of turn number 2. But Drain closing the gap as they bring it into 3 and 4. We're going to be at the halfway 8-lap heat race. Once we get the top 4, making the main event, Ethan Rosine sitting in that final transfer spot. So keep a good eye on that number 9 bike. He is sitting in that final transfer spot as it looks like the 55 machine trying to make a couple of passes. He's got to get back up into 4th if he wants that direct transfer into the main event. Moving to number 67 of Kevin Walter out of his way. The 48 machine right now looking hooked up as he starts to put some distance between him and the number 59 of Tom Drain. Tom Drain went out of Australia here with us this weekend. Parker Lang still holding on to that 3rd spot. Ethan Rosine, 2 laps to go. Let's see if Tyler Regio can get that number 4th position away from Ethan Rosine to make that direct transfer. White flag this time by for Trent Lowe. Drain still comfortable in 2nd. I'm going to keep an eye on that 55 machine. Ethan Rosine is going to have his work cut out for him as they come around down the back straight. I don't know if Reggio is going to be close enough as they come by. Checkered flag for Lowe. Tom Drain, Parker Lang, Ethan Rosine in 4th with your final transfer spot to the main event. The rest will be headed into our B main. Once again, that was our first of 3 Pro-Am heats. Ready to roll. And we are green. Bronson Bauman with a good start on the bottom. It looks like he's going to lead it through turns 1 and 2. Chase Sadoff sitting in 3rd, making some contact there. And then to back off just a little bit, but he's going to try to come back up underneath of the 67 of Davis Fisher. And I believe that's the 70 of Declan Bender sitting in that 4th transfer spot right there. With Bronson right now looking hooked up as he brings him as he leads the packs into turn 3 and 4. Good battle going on for 4th place. Declan Bender still holding on to that final transfer spot, but he's got some heat right on the back of him. And coming back through turns 3 and 4 as they come to the green. Bronson Bauman takes that up. Davis Fisher, but Bender right on the rear wheel of Davis Fisher. And he's going to want to get some space in between him. He's going to try to come up the inside. Declan Bender up the inside of Davis Fisher, making a move, securing that spot. Because once again, only the top 4 transfer directly into the main event. 75 of Terrence Santero sitting back there in 5th, looking in, trying to get up there and catch Davis Fisher, trying to make a move so he get that direct transfer as well into that main event. Everybody else will be heading into the B. But right now, Johnson Hopkins got some company. Chase Saloff looking to the outside, but trying to dive back down to the inside. Couldn't quite show him a wheel there. Let's see if he plays follow the leader here as we're at the halfway point, or if he's going to try to find a way to get around him. Now these riders are using track time. Find some lines for later on this evening. Now track conditions will change, but you can kind of watch your fellow racer figure out what he likes, where he's going, and what he's doing. This time coming through for the white flag. Bronson Bauman on front, Chase Sadler pulling to the outside, Declan Bender coming in, and Davis Fisher holding on to that final transfer spot. They come by for the checkers. Sadler was a good traction up a little bit, but he bobbles. That's going to leave Bronson. Sadler all the way through with the Willie, Declan Bender, and Davis Fisher rounding them out in fourth. And all those four transferring direct into the A main in our Pro-Am heat number 2. And we are all staged up on our first yellow. Our second yellow hits, and then 18 of Maxwell with a good start. The 21 machine of Trevor Brunner getting a little caught up there, kind of bouncing around. But he gets a good drive coming on turn number 2 as they head down back straightaway. Maxwell out front, followed by and the 48X of Trey Johnson. That is your top 3 right now as they come by for the first green flag. And once again, 8-lap heat race. Our top 4 going to the A-man. And the 21 of Brunner hitting on the empty. That's the number 4 of Justin Jones sitting in that transfer spot, but he's making that pass for third right there. See if he can make it stick. It's a little bit wide. He's going to turn him. Let's see if he drops back in, trying to get around. I believe that's Jesse Janish right there in 5th, watching all the action. Hoping the guy can make a mistake so he can slide that Suburban Motors Harley Davidson Honda 600 up into a transfer spot into our A main. But right now, Trevor Brunner on the Mission Food Cincinnati Racing Roof Systems Dallas Fort Worth Yamaha, putting some separation between him and Maxwell out of Australia. The 48 machine Trey Johnson still holding on to that 4th spot. Oh, looks like the number 4, Justin Jones, sliding up the track a little bit. That puts Jesse Janish right on his back door. Jesse, a multi-time winner out here at the Dairyland Classic. The number 4 machine getting a little bit of space on that 03 machine. But once again, just your top 4 going to the main event with 2 laps to go here. Trevor Brunner with a little bit of space out front between him and Maxwell. But a great battle going on between that number 4 machine and number 48 of Trey Johnson. They're going to come by for the white flag this time. And right now it looks like Jones and Johnson holding on to those final 2 transfer spots. Janish is going to have to hope for some mistakes out of one of those 2 guys if he's going to try to get up and get around and get that transfer into the main. Trevor Brunner winning our 3rd heat. I believe that was Trey Johnson on the 48X, and then the number 4 of Justin Jones rounding out there. Here we go, first yellow, second yellow, and green. Number 7, Sam Green with a good start right there. But not quite bringing it. Looks like he's bringing it into 3rd as we come down the back straightaway. Drain pushing up on the KTM rider right in front of him. And as they come around, we've got the number 13 of Jack Brooks out front of Sam. And I didn't quite catch the 3rd and 4th, but I'll get him out of this time. And Brooks down at the bottom. But it looks like Sam draining the 7 machine, trying to come around the outside. Then it's the 21 of Cash Pangborn just in front of the 13 of Bane Dance. And Brooks right now still holding off the number 7 of Sam Drain. Brooks a little bit bobble there. Drain's going to try to come to the inside, coming into turn number 1. He's going to get past him. Brooks will settle right back in, trying to keep it low. But Drain's going to get the drive coming out of turn number 2. And right behind Brooks, we're going to have the number 13 machine of Bane Nax and the 21 of Cash Pangborn. We are going to take the top 6 to our A main out of this 6-lap heat race. White flag as they come by, the number 7 Sam Drain still out front of Brooks. Bane Nance and the 21 machine of Cash Pangborn. Coming by for the checkers for our 6-lap heat race. 250cc amateur brought to you by Battle Friday. Sam Drain, followed by Jack Brooks, Cash Pangborn. I'm sorry, Bane Nance, Cash Pangborn. Did not quite catch the 5th and 6th right there.
But once again, our top 6 going into our A main.
And green, number 40 machine, Izzy Andreasen with a great start, shot out of a cannon. Andreasen's going to lead him down the back straight. As we come by, I'll try to get some numbers here, but right now it's the number 40 machine, Andreasen out front. The 57 machine of Aaron Frick getting under Andreasen. Right now we have a 3-rider battle for that position. And pulling away a little bit right there. Andreasen in second, and the 14 machine of Ethan Maxim out front, the 232 of Beckett Daniels back there in fourth. But we got a good battle right now between the number 14 machine and the number 40 of Andreasen. The 14 is going to come in, trying the outside there. Let's see if Andreasen with the 40 will hold it. She'll hold on to it as they come in across the stripe. The number 14 machine, Ethan Maxim, getting the best of Andreasen as they come through turns 1 and 2. Right now, Aaron Frick out front, concentrating on his own race right here. Kind of doing his own thing as the 14, the 40, the 232, and the 921 around. Your top 5 as they run right now. As we head into the white flag right here, Aaron Frick leading the charge, number 14, Ethan Maxim, number 40, Izzy Andreasen, and the 32 machine, 232 of Beckett Daniels, top 4. Checkered flag for Aaron Frick, followed by the 14 of Ethan Maxim, number 40, Izzy Andreasen, and the number 232 of Beckett Daniels. And that second 6-lap heat race for our 250cc amateur. And we are ready to go here in our first of 2 vintage heats. And we've got to jump the 77 machine, Dan Peterson out of Mount Prospect, Illinois, jumping the line. And it looks like going in with him is going to be that number 31 of Chuck Clark. Now that first yellow is on, second yellow, and we are green. Number 3, so is Terry Vessel. Terry Vessel on that number 60, Yamaha 500. With DJ Schlosser trying to come around. Still. And the number 16 and Nick Smith. You're going to go the inside path up the inside of DJ Schlosser and Terry Vestal for your top 3 right there. Now top 6 will advance to our A main in this 6-lap heat race. And DJ Schlosser right there getting around Terry Vestal. Vestal coming back up the inside as Schlosser looks down. I don't know if he has a problem. Well, was looking for something right there. Vestal had picked up a little bit of space, but Schlosser right now with his head down trying to catch back up to the 16 of Nick Smith as they come back around. Smith crossing the line, so it's followed by Schlosser, Vessel, and the number 22 of John Furman, making up your top 4 right now in our vintage heat number 1 of 2, brought to you by Road America. And Nick Smith right now kind of running his own race off front, followed by Schlosser and Terry Vestal. We'll also see Vestal coming back up a little bit later here in our hooligan races. But right now, it's the Nick Smith show as he's out front in this heat in our vintage motorcycles. He'll take the white flag as he comes around. Schlosser once again looking down as he comes out of turn 4. Not sure if he's having a problem with that motorcycle or something on the track that he doesn't like. But as we come by for the checkered flag this time, it's going to be Nick Smith on that number 16 machine, taking the win in our first vintage heat, followed by DJ Schlosser. Terry Vestal on the 60 machine, the 22, the 97 of Louis Louders, and the 31 of Chuck Clark. Once again, our top 6 transferring right into our A main. We want to thank you guys again for coming out and hanging out with us here at the Dairyland Classic, our 39th annual running as part of Moto America weekend. And they are on. It looks like the 06 machine. That's going to be, oh no, we've got 2 riders going down. Back up and running. We are back out. Mike Rivers at the bottom, making a good run, but it looks like the 06 Clay Johnson getting around him as they continue on. But that number 3's got an issue. 3X Pat B with the problem. I don't know if that bike missed a gear through turns 1 and 2, but as they come around, it's going to be the 06 Clay Johnson, the 59 casting, the machine of Rick Brettel. Brettel involved in that incident right there in the first lap before the restart. Brettel looking around the outside of Castle. Once again, our top 6 transferring direct into the main event. Clay Johnson still out front, but Brettel looking to get around that 59 of Caston as they come through turns 3 and 4. But Caston with a great drive as Brettel looks to try to come around the outside as it comes into turns 3 and 4, carrying that momentum on the outside, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. It's going to come across some good. 06 machine right now, Clay Johnson on that Johnson Racing Road Tax, still out front as he has led this race since the start. And Rick Brettel still trying to find a way around Caston. To the fourth position, the 68, followed by the 59. The 68, that's Matt Jensen, and the 59Y of Rick Reed was also involved in that first lap incident. Both those racers getting up and continuing this as we continue the white flag. The 06 machine out front. It looks like the 26 of Brettel got around Steve Caston to get himself up into second place. Once again, our top 6 going to the main event. So everybody except for our last place finisher will be headed into our AMA 06, followed by the 26 and the 59. So once again, Clay Johnson taking the win, followed by Rick Brettel and Steve Caston on that 59K of our vintage heat number 2. Some bar banging going on right there as they go into turn number 1 and 2. And right now stacking them up as they come through 3 and 4. Coming out leading them is going to be the 83, followed by the 76. On the 83, it's Jacob Jesko out front. Little Sean Sheely in second. And the 49 of Michael Mowry trying to make his way up into second as they come out of turn number 4. I'm sorry. And second was the 7. And that is Luke Sharp. Right now we got Jacob Jesko, Luke Sharp. Michael Mowry running the top 3. Mowry trying to come around the outside of Luke Sharp as they drop down to turn 1 and 2. The Sharp holding them off. The Sharp running a little bit wide. And Mowry backed up the inside. Let's see if he can make it stick as they come to the stripe. But it's the 83 of Jessica out front. Mowry in that 40 machine, 45, 49 machine, getting around the 76 of Sharp. Right now, these 3, the top 3, going to the A main. We're only taking our top 3 to our. Oh no! Mowry goes down after making contact with 83. White flag. Mowry is still down. We are going to let him come to the, it's going to be the 76 of Luke Sharp, followed by the 22 of Miles Morris, and the 86 of Sean, I believe that was the 86 of Sheely. or was it the 80? I'm sorry, the 83 of Jesco. Your top 3 all going to the A main. But Michael Mowry going down real hard after making contact with Jesco. Gets up. They're going to help him off the track, but he is walking under his own power. It's off the track. And Nick Johnson on both sides and he is going to lead them into turns 1 and 2. Once again, that was Nick Johnson. I believe that was Tommy Colson of the Honda getting a little sideways. Turns 1 and 2. Kind of losing a little bit of speed there, but right now as we come through, it's going to be Nick Johnson, followed by Jack Brooks. I'm sorry, that's 94 of Caden Cox in third. Once again, your top 3 going to the A main, and the rest going to the B and C main in the 6th lap heat race. As they come back around, it is going to be Nick Johnson on front, followed by Jack Brooks, and the 94 of Caden Cox. As we come back around, it is Nick Johnson in front of Jack Brooks. And 18 machine of Tyler Livingston getting around that 94 of Caden Cox. That puts Livingston in the final transfer spot to the A main. And unfortunately for Caden Cox, that's going to bump him down to the B or C main. Nick Johnson leading Brooks and Livingston in through turn 1 and 2 down the back straight. Coming to the white flag this time, Nick Johnson, followed by Jack Brooks and the 18 of Livingston. Coming by for the checkers this time. It looks like Livingston trying to make a move on Brooks, but can't quite get it to go. But it might cost him a transfer spot as the 94. But Livingston able to hold on to it. The number 64 of Nick Johnson taking the win, followed by 13 of Jack Brooks and the 18 of Livingston. That 94 machine gave it everything he had coming through turns 3 and 4. Lead number 3, 44, Connor Sullivan, number 08, Zaria Martin, 21 Cash I believe that's the 44 of Connor Sullivan leading them off the line. And amateur heat number 3 brought to you by Action Power Sports. And that is the 44 machine followed by 14 of Nick Smith and a 21 of Cash Pangborn. Sitting fourth, looks like Zaria Martins on that 08 machine. Zaria making our main event last year for the 450cc amateurs. Not the best start tonight. That's kind of run through Travis and he falls back right there. So I believe that is actually Hannah Lang there in fourth. As they come flying past us, it's the 44, the 14, the 21. That is Hannah Lang in the fourth spot. They're about to go 3 wide with Zaria Martins, but the 89 machine and Damian Gamble getting around. Once again, your top 3 going to the A main. We have a great battle for fourth place back there. The number 14 up the inside of the 44. That was Nick Smith coming up the inside of Connor Sullivan. And the 21 machine of Cash Pangborn still holding on to that final transfer spot as they come to the white flag. It's going to be the 14 of Nick Smith, the 44 of Connor Sullivan, the 21 of Pangborn, the 89 of Damian Gandel. And then I believe that is the 08 and 5th of Zaria Martins. But it looks like Nick Smith's going to hold on to it as they come to the line, followed by the 44 of Connor Sullivan and the 21 of Cash Pangborn. Those top 3 heading to our A main for 450cc amateur. Number 99, Bo Sharp, right side Sharp. And the 57, Rick of turns 1 and 2. Can't quite catch the number of the bike that just got up under Frick, but keep in mind top 3 are going to the 80 main. To the 24, that's a 420 of Justin Geiser, driving around the number 57 machine of Frick, but right now McLean Drucker out front. And putting some space in between him and the 420 of Justin Geiser. Aaron Frick still holding on to that final transfer spot, but he's got some company right there. That's the 79 machine. Pat Dean looking to try to get that final transfer spot to the A main. As it comes in turns 3 and 4, McLean Drucker still out front of that 24 machine. The 420 of Justin Geiser. But Aaron Frick right now in a little bit of a battle with that final transfer spot with the 79 machine of Pat Bean. Keep an eye on that third position. Once again, our top 3 going to the A main. Everybody else out to the B and C. Looks like Frick gets a little room in between him and Bean right there. Coming to the white flag, it's going to be the 24 of McLean Drucker, the 420 of Justin Geiser, and the number 57 of Aaron Frick, your top 3 right now, sitting in those final track. Oh, Bean with a slip right there, and Frick coming up, trying to get up the inside of that 420 machine. Let's see if he can make it stick coming around. The 420 sliding up the track. Will open up the door for the 79. It does not, unfortunately, for Bean. So as they come around, it's McLean Drucker, Aaron Frick, and the 420 of Justin Geiser. Your top 3 going to the 450cc Amateur A main. At 85, Robert Pretz out of Oak Grove, Minnesota. Does the bottom, but it looks like the 25 is going to lead. Dan Louders is going to lead Jeremy Reuter into, but Reuter up the inside of Louders as they come into turns number 3 and 4 with Robert Pretz sitting in 3rd place, followed by Louis Louders in 4th. Once again, your top 4 transferred into the main event, but it looks like the 25 machine, Dan Louders running up the racetrack, letting Robert Pretz close in a little bit. But you also got Louis Louders on that 97 machine kind of picking it up a little bit as well and putting some space in between him and the 81 machine of once again top 4 going to the A main, rest to the D main. But right now it's a one-man show with Jeremy DeRuiter out front on that 34 machine. Coming around to the green flag here. Dan Louders in second, 85 Robert Pretz, and the 97 of Louis Louders. Those 4 holding down your 4 transfer spots. Now your hooligans are street bike based bikes out here that have been modified for flat track. You're going to see a lot of Harley Davidsons. This entire class all made up of Harley Davidson Sportsters. A lot of these bikes started out as 883s or 1200s. But right now, Jeremy DeRuiter running away with it, running his own race out here as he takes the white flag. Dan Louders in second, Robert Pretz out of Minnesota in third, and Louis Louders in that 97 machine in 4th. And as it sits right now, those top 4 going to the main event. Right here as Jeremy DeRuiter comes around taking the win in heat number 1, brought to you by Flat Out Friday, followed by Dan Louders, Robert Pretz, and the 97 of Louis Louders. I believe Mia Reese 15 machine, part of the Royal Enfield Build program. But Terry Vessel off the pole position, taking a commanding lead as he comes out of turns 1 and 2. And as it comes through 3 and 4, it's going to be Vestal, followed by the 83 and the 80. The 83 of Jacob Jesko and 80 of Holter. Once again, the top 4 heading to the main event. The top 3 kind of running away right now, putting some space in between them and 4th place. And I'll grab that number as he comes by. But right now, Vestal out front with that 83 of Jacob Jesko trying to make a move. That is the 8 Colin Weber holding onto that final transfer spot back there in 4th place in the 6th lap heat race. Right now, Terry Vessel lead him as they come back in through turns 3 and 4. The 83 of Jesko taking a real low line, but the 80 of Holter looking on the outside of these two. Holter's hoping that Jesko and Vestal make a mistake as the 2 battle for 1st place up there, leaving the door open for him to kind of come around. Right now, the number 3 of Jesco, low line right there as he comes out of turns number 3 and 4. And still staying pretty low the 2. But right now the top 3 racers as they come into 3 and 4 are within just a couple tire lengths of each other. Jesco going down to the bottom, see if he can try to get into the inside of Terry Vestal as they come by for the white flag, but it's not going to work. But he might see a way out. Vestal though, getting that number 27 machine hooked up. But let's see if that number 15, Mia Reese, as they come around the lapper, is going to make a difference. Vestal on the outside, taking the win with the 83 of Jesco in second, and the 80 of Holter in third, and I believe that was the 88 of Colin Weber holding on to that final transfer spot, please. But DJ Schlosser on the outside with the 53 with the good start with the 17 of Gordon Radowski on the bottom with the hole shot. But it looks like as they come out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 33 of Shane Westfall leading the number 16 of DJ Schlosser. That is the 17 of Gordon Radowski in third on that FTR 1200. But making the pass, coming up into third, that is the 53 of Justin Lindbergh. Pushing the number 17 of Gordon Radowski into that final transfer spot. But as they come back around for the group out front, leading them to the line is going to be DJ Schlosser, followed by the 33 of Shane Westfall, Justin Lindbergh, and then in 5th place you got Joe Beavers. Mikey Dean in the 17X coming up behind him, trying to make that pass on Joe Beavers. But right now, Radowski holding that final transfer spot as Schlosser once again into turns 1 and 2, followed by Shane Westfall. Once again, our top 5 going to the A main in the 6th lap heat races. Our white flag comes out, and we are going to be having our Jim Sumner Memorial Dash for Cash coming up immediately following this race. That's going to be the 48 of Trent Lowe, Trevor Brunner, Bronson, Justin Jones, Jesse Janish, our 5 fastest qualifiers we're taking this year. It'll be a 6-lap race. Row 1, position 1 is front row outside circuit. And DJ Schlosser taking the win, followed by Shane the 53 of Justin Lindbergh, and the 17 of Gordon Radowski, all to our A main of our hooligan heat number 3. Hip, yellow, second yellow, green. That road tax on the ground as they can go diving into turn number 1. On that road tax, but he's got some company trying to come around the outside. That's going to be Justin Jones. And Chad is raising the hand in the air, but he gets pushed up high. Not bothered there, but he got ran up high. But right now we've got a 4-rider battle as Bronson Bowman trying to come on the inside. But that's a 4 of Justin Jones leading him. Bronson Bowman in second, but now Jones goes up. Bronson coming around to the left base, and Bronson Bowman coming from about 4th all the way up to the front right now at the halfway point. We've got the number 21 of Trevor Brunner up there. Right now the top 3 wheel to wheel. Oh, with a 21 machine all over the place, trying to come up the inside of Jones. But right now, Bronson Bowman enjoying the show. You can't see the show behind him, but these guys battling are getting in that lead. But there comes Brunner up the inside of Jones, but Jones coming back in, trying to stay on the outside. White flag for Bronson Bowman as they come into turns 1 and 2. Brunner in second, Jones in third. Trent Lowe in 4th, and Janish back there, but coming to the checkered flag, your winner, Bronson Bowman, 1 of Trevor Brunner, and Justin Jones in 4th there. But right now, the man of the minute, taking the win right there, the number 37 machine of Bronson Bauman. Now, Bronson, you were fast, so you got to start in the back and you got to pass to get your way up to the front there. And I believe it was lap number 2, coming from about 4th place. You dove all the way up. I don't know if those guys were battling, kind of pushing up. Did you see an opening there, or did you have that planned out from the beginning?
Yeah, there's a lot of money up for grabs. People throw some Hail Marys, and shit, I'm the old man of the group. So I was kind of sitting back there and watching what was going down, and it was like, all right. And I seen the opening, and my mechanic Hines got this thing working good. I felt like it was doing woolies and stuff and having fun. So just had to wait and watch and see what everyone was doing, and made my move.
Well, it was a good move indeed. It got you to the front, and then there was quite the battle going on behind you with Brunner and Jones, kind of giving you a little bit of breathing room right there with those guys battling back and forth. You ran a great race. Who'd you like to thank?
Definitely got to thank RGR, Fast Track Racing, Mission Foods, Tim Lessers. He's trying to make me look good right now. The entire Bert Sumner and his entire team here. It's a lot of fun to come out here and. Again, the money they put up gives you guys a great show because we're all a bunch of greedy bastards.
When you're coming from Salinas, California, taking home a $3,000 check helps with that gas money too. So, hey, thank you guys again one more time. Put your hands together for your winner of the Jim Sumner Dash for Cash here at the Dairyland Classic, Bronson Bauman, number 37. We're going to see him back up a little bit later in the A main coming up for our Pro-Am class. So he's going to be trying to do the sweep today of the Dash for Cash and our Pro-Am main, trying to take home all that money. But we are going to head into a quick little intermission here before we get into our B and C mains. Got our first yellow for our second B main of the evening, yellow, and we are green. Oh, really from Wasser on the inside. They're going to go 3 wide into turn number 1. And I believe that was Dan Peterson shooting up the track. Mike Yogers was in the middle, and Steve Wasser around them as they come down into turns 3 and 4. Once again, a 6-lap main event here. But right now, it is going to be Mike Yogers in front of Steve Wasser. Let's see if Dan Peterson can't make up a little bit of space to get back into this group and challenge for the win. And this vintage B main brought to you by the High Voltage Motorcycle Show in honor of Ron Brefka. And Mike Yoga is still out front of Steve Wasser as they're down in turns 1 and 2. Wasser getting a little bit of speed. Oh, Wasser gets all kinds of sideways, almost high-sided. He's able to get that bike straightened out and right back in track as he chases right back down into turns 3 and 4 behind Yogers. And Wasser with a great run coming out of turn 2, almost too good. The tire spinning up and trying to throw him off that bike. And Wasser picking up a little bit of space right here as they come down into turns 3 and 4 onto the front straight. Wasser trying to get right back to the rear tire of Yogers. And Wasser looking to the outside, but Wasser's going to run a little bit high. Let's see if he's got the traction up there. And it looks like he loses a little bit of real estate as they dive back into 3 and 4. They're going to be coming to the white. Wasser, one more chance to try to get around Yogers. But Yogers leads them in the turns 1 and 2. Let's see the drive that Wasser gets coming onto the back straightaway. Wasser with a good dive into turns 3 and 4, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yogers is going to hold on as they come to the line. And Wasser finishing second right behind him. 11 Elo and Hannah Lang, 99 on Bo Sharp, and the 86 on Sean. 118 with a good jump. But it looks like we'll see when they come around. But the bottom with a good jump right there. That's the 79 of Pat Bean. But getting past a lot of riders running up high right there. Bean trying to come back down. I think that's a 94 Caden Cox out front. I'll try to get some eyes on them when they come back around. 94 Caden Cox, Pat Bean. And then the 89. That is the 89 of Damian Gandel right now. Top 3. And And right now, as they come back to green in this 6-lap heat race for our 450cc main, Cox followed by the 89 of Damian Campbell. And I can't quite get a number on that third machine. A lot of these guys and gals wearing different jerseys than their bike numbers, and we're going off of bike numbers. 94 of Cox. I think that's the 18X of Braden Cox. White flag, it's going to be Caden Cox, followed by the 89 of Damian Gandel, and then the 18X of Braden Cox. And unfortunately, we don't have live timing up here quite yet. Hopefully that'll be next year. So we're just trying to read the number plates as they come by. Caden Cox taking the win. Caden Cox taking the win, followed by Damian Gandel, and in third place is the 18X of Braden Cox. Maury hooked out real hard earlier in our heat race. Maury could start on the outside with the, I believe, quite catch the pole. But Maury's going to come to dive it into turns 3 and 4. But Maury's going to run a little high, leaving the door open. One machine of Jerome Wells. So as they run out right now, Jerome Wells out front, followed by Michael Maury as they come out down the back straightaway and dive back into turns 3 and 4. Heat race for our 450cc amateur main. 67 of Izzy, and she's sitting back in third place. Maury a little bit high in second, coming out of turn number 2 right there. Losing a little bit of drive and can't quite keep up with that 31 of Wells. Right now, Wells out front. Oh, Wells getting a little bit low, kind of coming up high. That opens the door for Maury. Maury's got a great drive, trying to get that rear tire hooked up. You can see him yanking on the bars, trying to get all that traction onto the rear tire as they come by for lap number 4. And now Maury on the outside of Wells. Wells kind of coming down low. Maury's going to look like to go outside, inside, and Maury this time with the drive gets by Wells to take the lead, coming into turns 3 and 4. Get just ahead of Wells. Maury down the front straight, ahead of Wells in the third machine, and Izzy and Grayson, she is sitting in third, your top 3 for the 450cc Amateur C-Main, brought to you by Flat Out Friday. And coming out turn 4, we will see the checkered flag. Michael Lowry taking the win after a real hard fall on the second to last lap in his heat race. Wells finishing in second, and Izzy Andresen finishing in third place. And that'll round out our 450cc Amateur C main. But here we go, Hooligan B main. Martich on the pole, sitting on the bottom. But it looks like it's going to be 41 of Ryan Teat, with the hole shot come out of the middle of the pack there. And it might be, we've got Teat out front, followed by the 18. I don't have an 18 on my sheet. I don't know who's in second. But right now, out front, once again, that's going to be the 41 of Ryan Teat. Keaton in third. I'm not sure. That might be Mark Martin, and she's listed as 81 on my sheet. In second. But a good battle going on for second right now. And right now, Bobby Reese out front on that number 40. Sorry, that's 41 Ryan Dean. Mikey Dean in third. And that number 18 or number 10 maybe, See if we can get some better eyes on it. It's hard to see up here. Ryan Teat out front. I believe that's Joe Beavers in second and Mikey Dean in third as those two are battling out. This time coming by, it's going to be the checkered flag. The 41 Ryan Teat taking the win. I believe the 10 of Joe Beavers. And I think Mikey Dean finishing out in third place right there. Once again, your hooligan B main. And Chad Coast jumping the line right, 49 machine. And here we go, our final B main of the evening. These guys itching and ready to go. They're off. The three of Janish with a great start. He's going to lead him into turns 1 and 2 a little bit high, but he's got that road tax eating as Jesse Janish led the first lap of the Jim Sumner Memorial Race. And Jesse Janish is going to lead the first race of the Pro-Am B main event, followed by the 75 of Terrence Santero in second. Coming up the back straightaway, it's going to be Janish, followed by Santero. Janish against Santero at the 55 of Tyler Reggio and third. A couple riders sliding up the track right there. Getting a little bit loose as they came into turns 1 and 2. Reggio looking for a way to try to get around Santero, but Janish is going to lead it again by the start in this 8-lap heat race. Janish with that Suburban Motors Harley Davidson road tax hooked up right now. But he's still got company with Santero and Reggio keeping them company. Janish should quick look over his shoulder to see what's going on behind him. See what kind of space he's got. And still out front. Reggio still behind him. I believe that's the 165 of Christian Johnson in fourth place, trying to catch that number 55 machine of Reggio. 2 to go for Janish. Pretty settled in right now with Santero. But Reggio trying to put a move on Santero, but loses a little momentum coming out in turn number 2. White flag this time by for Jesse Janish. Get our Pro-Am B-Main brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. And our top 4 pulling away from the rest of the pack. And coming out turn 4, it's going to be double checkers for Jesse Janish, followed by the 75 of Terrence Santorio and the 55 of Tyler Reggio. And that rounds out your top 3 for the Pro-Am B main. A main 2 staging, 450cc amateur A main 2 staging. And Pettis has jumped in the brakeless A main. We are restaged and ready to go. 5 riders on the first row, 4 riders on the second row, and 1 rider back on. Steve Watson with a good start. It looks like a 25 machine of Dan Lowers is going to get there first. Closely behind him is going to be Steve Wasser as he comes back down the back straightaway. Dan Louders right in front of the 73 machine, the 62 machine of Patrick, and the 71G of Eric Bass in fourth in this 8-lap main. Dan Louders still out ahead of Steve Wasser up front. Louders just ahead of him and the 62 George Patrick. So right now we have Louders, Wasser, and Patrick. Patrick with a little bit of catch-up to do. But Wasser trying to make a dive to the outside, staying on a little bit longer than Louders. Let's see if Louders can hold that bike on the inside. Neck and neck. Wasser trying the outside line, trying to drive the long way around. He's going to run up the track a little bit. Louders running him up just a little bit of that 25 machine, giving himself a little bit of space. And we've got a pass for fourth as well. But right now, Louder's up front of Wasser. Patrick, the 18 of Pettis, getting around the 51 of Bass. 71 G. Right now, it's still Louders and Wasser, tire to tire in our 8-lap main. The 62 of George Patrick. Louders running up. Wasser's going to shoot up the inside, coming out of turn number 2. Wasser hitting the pad on. With 2 laps to go. Louders is going to try to come back up. We're coming into some. Oh! Louders goes down, spinning out. We have a crash in turn 1. Yellow flags are. And Louders getting that bike up. It's going to be Wasser. Followed by the 2 and the 18 of Pettis. And Louders getting that bike up and moving. Coming by. And the 18 of and once again, Steve Wasser taking the win after Dan Louders going down in turn number, well, in between turns number 1 and 2. And then followed by the 62 of George Patrick and Pettis in third. All right, third place finisher number 18K, Larry Pettis. You guys put your hands together and make some noise. Larry, you had a good run out there. There's a little bit of battle going up in first. You kind of lucked your way to that third place, but how was the view from your spot out there?
Busy.
Busy?
Very busy. Yeah.
Were you having fun at least?
Yes, sir. I want to tell you a little bit about this motorcycle.
All right, hurry up.
1953 Harley KR. My dad bought this bike in 1959. He traded a Harley Topper scooter for it.
Well, that doesn't sound like a bad deal at all right there.
My brother Freddie Pettis raced this as a novice, junior, and expert back in the 60s. And it's my privilege to be able to ride it today.
Well, you did a pretty good job putting it in the box there in third place. Once again, you guys put your hands together and make some noise for 18K Larry Pettis, our third place finisher. It does not look like our second place finisher. Well, I know you are, but I said our second place finisher is not going to be coming to join us. So we're going to go straight to first place. You guys put your hands together for our winner this evening, number 73 for the Brakeless A main, Steve Wasser. Steve, you had a great battle out there with Dan Louders. You guys were kind of going back and forth, and the turn number 1 and 2 kind of got the best of them. But how were you feeling out there?
Well, I had to really work. You know, Dan gave me a hard ride, and I had to really work for it. But the Sprint. This is a 1969 Harley Sprint, and it was working its guts off. Here we go. Anyway, hey, thank you, Larry. So I want to thank the Sumner family for putting this great event on. I also want to thank Frank Anderson, who built this chassis. Frank Anderson's a frame builder called Go Frames. And just take a moment here, who was very influential in my career. I want to thank Jack Keynes and Charlotte Keynes for all their motivation that they years. So good. And then finally, I want to thank all you fans for coming out and making this possible. Yay! Thank you.
Once again, your winner on the number 73 machine, Steve Wasser, and the 18K of Pettis. Listen, I'm not included in the champagne showers. And that's going to bring us to our second main event, which is going to be the 250cc amateur. 921 Ryan Teat, 75 Adam Weiss, and 15 Neil. And Drain getting around the outside of Frick in the second as they come back around. That's going to be Jack Brooks followed by Drain. And Drain trying to get around Brooks. And Drain's going to shoot it into the 3 and 4 just to get around Jack Brooks in the 13 machine. You got Drain, Brooks in the 33 machine. I think that's B13 of Bane Nance in third, and the 57 of Aaron Frick in fourth. And Drain driving away from Brooks right now. I believe that's the B13 of Bane Nance in third, followed by the 57 of Aaron Frick. Once again, this is our 8th lap 250 amateur A main, brought to you by Action Power Sports. And right now, Sam Drain at the halfway point, putting some distance between him, Brooks, Nance, and Frick. Our second place, or good race for second place right now between Brooks, Nance, and Frick. And Drain right now kind of running away with it. Let's see if he can keep this pace up and keep this space. Brooks still holding off Nance and Frick as they come in through turns 3 and 4. And Drain's going to start coming into some lappers here with 2 to go. Looks like might have been a little bottleable at Brooks right there, kind of checked up Nance and Frick. Drain gets around our first lapper for the white flag, but here we go. Race for second for the Brooks, Nance, and Frick. And Drain, our leader, coming into turns 3 and 4. We have a lapper for the second place battle. Sam Drain taking the win, followed by Jack Brooks, Nance, and Aaron Frick. Your top 3 is going to be the number 7 machine taking the win. Sam Drain in second is going to be the number 13 of Jack Brooks. And in third place is going to be the B13 of Bane Nance. All right, you guys, put your hands together, make some noise. For our third place finisher, B13, Bane Nance. Bane, you had a pretty good race out there. How's the track feeling?
It's awesome. It's a great track. It's super fun.
You're having fun, so it's a good track then, right?
Yeah.
Anybody you want to thank this evening?
I want to thank my mom and dad, RSR Cycles, Bluebird Tattoo, Gas Jockey, the Vault Bar and Grill, and yeah.
I do have to ask, did you just thank a tattoo shop?
Yes, my uncle's tattoo shop.
I was going to say, because you look like you can't be more than 12, 13 years old. I didn't think that you'd be covered in tattoos. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your third place finisher, B13, Bane Nance. That's going to bring me over to our second place finish. Riding number 13, put your hands together for Jack Brooks. Jack, you ran a good race out there. You had a good hole shot, a good little battle with Drain before he kind of got around you there. What were your thoughts kind of coming into this, and how did you re-attack the track for the main?
Get the hole shot, hold Sam off for as long as possible, and if he does get around me, follow him.
Were you following some of his lines, trying to find a way to get around him?
I was trying.
Who would you like to thank this evening?
First Impressions, Metro Motorcycle, Wagabai Bar and Grill, First Weber, Lucky Stables, Steerhead Excavating, Jag Services, and all the people that are here to help me and watch.
Perfect. Thank you. Once again, put your hands together for Jack Brooks, number 13, your second place finisher. Well, you made quite the trip to win this race. Coming all the way out of Forbes, Australia, your winner this evening. You guys put your hands together, make some noise for number 7, Sam Drain. Drain, you had a pretty good launch off the line, but Brooks kind of took the whole shot. You knew you had to get around him if you wanted to take the win here. Do you have a strategy, just kind of watching his lines?
I didn't get the best to start. I got a good jump and started spinning, but I worked my hardest to get past him, and it was a good race.
It was a very good race, and you put some distance in between you and the rest of the competitors. Anybody you'd like to thank this evening?
Estenson Racing, Yamaha, Dunlop, Arrow helmets, Recondi leathers, and everyone else that helps me.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, put your hands together, make some noise for your winner, number 7, Sam Drain. And also, hopefully your guys' vision's better than mine, but none of these kids have driver's license. So right here you're watching the future of flat track racing develop right before your eyes. Once again, put your hands together, make some noise for the 250cc Amateur A-Main, brought to you by Action Power Sports. Clark out of Merrill, Wisconsin, and the 3X of Pat Bean. Here we go, 8-lap main event. DJ Schlosser with a great start, leads him into turns 1 and 2. DJ Schlosser is going to lead him to the green flag, coming on turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Schlosser, followed by the 06 of Clay Johnson, and the 60 of Terry Vestal. And the 4th place is the 16 of Nick Smith. DJ Schlosser from that 3rd spot on that number 3 machine right now. Out front of Craig Johnson. That might be the 26 of Brettel. Up there in the 3rd spot, but he's got company. Nick Smith with the pass, getting around pedal. Schlosser. Said Schlosser. Schlosser Brettel. Sorry, Schlosser Johnson. Brettel with. Oh, Nick Johnson blowing the bike with Brettel in 3rd. Nick Johnson's going to have to pull back up. Brettel taking back over 3rd. So we've got Terry Vestal passing up into 4th. But coming back around, DJ Schlosser. Clay Johnson and the 26 of Rick right now. But Terry Vestal has got his Johnson racing Yamaha 500 moving right now. 2 to go, this time by for DJ Schlosser, Clay Johnson, and Rick Brettel. Looks like we have another bike pulling off the track with an issue. I believe that's the number 3X of Pat Bean. Here comes DJ Schlosser to the white flag, Clay Johnson, and Rick Brettel on the 26 machine. The 31 machine of Clark with some issues. There we go, checker flag, DJ Schlosser, followed by Clay Johnson, and the 26 of Rick Brettel. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our 3rd place finisher, number 26, Brettel. You had a pretty decent start to the race. You were kind of running some good laps. Nick Smith kind of ran his way up, but then he had to bow out with the broken bike. You landed in 3rd, but you kind of held everybody off. How you feeling about that? How you feeling tonight?
I feel pretty good. It was a good race. Yeah, Nick is usually the guy to beat out here. Well, that's the only way we could beat him is when he beats himself. But yeah, what a race. Definitely got to thank each and every single one of you for coming out here. You guys are the reason we do this. And it's so good to see so many people. I gotta give a shout out to Leland Johnson because he's got 2 Johnson bikes on the podium tonight. That man right there, come down and see him, talk to him after the race. Shout out Metro Motorcycles, Andy Fedwick, great guy, great sponsor. Awesome, Full Send Fitness, a gym that keeps me fit even though it doesn't sound like it. My tongue's hanging out. Yeah, a little banged up in the heat race, crashed and had to come from the 2nd row, but here we are at the podium. It's good to be here, good to see everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, once again, you guys put your hands together and make some noise for the 26 machine of Rick Brettel. I'm going to move one spot over here to our 2nd place finisher, the 06, Clay Johnson. You guys make some noise out there for Clay. Clay, you had a good start. You kind of settled in behind DJ right there. What were your thoughts? Were you trying to find a way around him? Were you just kind of hoping to keep 2nd, or what was going through your head?
Well, at first it looked hopeful, like I might be able to keep up, but he took off, and that's kind of where it was. Settled in there.
It is what it is. Anybody you want to thank this evening?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Leland Johnson Racing for the ride, Metro Motorcycles, Gary Yankee Transport, and Brooks Racing.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, put your hands together for a second place finisher, 0, Clay Johnson. And that's going to bring, please don't spray me. I'm going to run away. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. No drinking for you. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your winner, number 3 machine, DJ Schlosser. You had a pretty good start. You kind of started out having to make some passes there, but coming into turns 3 and 4, this thing looked like it was hooked up and you were ready to go. Did you have a little bit something that they didn't have this evening, or, were you just, not going to let off ever?
We really don't have anything special. We pulled them out of the shop after 4 years Sunday night at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So we fired them up, they run, we put some air in the tires, and that's about it.
So you really just came off the couch to win our vintage A-Main then, huh? Who do you want to thank?
Joe Hupp, Suburban Motors. Everything we have here tonight they own. They've been helping us a ton. My mom and dad, Fox Valley Metrology, Ernie Speed Shop, and Schmitty's Diesel.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, put it together for your winner of our vintage A-Main, brought to you by the High Voltage Show in honor of Ronster Ron. Your winner, DJ Schlosser, the number 3 machine. Second place, 06, Clay Johnson. Number 26 of Rick Brettel in 3rd. Guys are 83 of Jacob Justo. Sharp with a good start. Aaron Frick up there in 3rd. And they are bunching up coming into turns 3 and 4, but it's going to be Luke Sharp out front, followed by the 24 McLean Drucker. Jack Brooks making his way up to 3rd. Just taking 2nd in the 250 main. 76, 24, 13. So Luke Sharp leaving Drucker and Brooks. Sharp still holding strong out there in front, but Drucker trying to make a move. It's a 64 Johnson is up in the 4th place. Putting some pressure on Jack Brooks on that 13 machine. Sharp selling in as we come into the halfway point with Sharp, Drucker, Brooks. Oh, Aaron Frick going a little bit up the track, trying to miss the rear tire of that 44 machine. Here we go. Battle for 3rd place is on. Brooks on the bottom, 64. Nick Johnson trying to get around Brooks the long way. Brooks still on the bottom of the track. Johnson on the outside. Johnson's going to make it stick. Sharp. 2 to go. It's Sharp. Drucker trying to go around the outside. Johnson's coming into the mix. Johnson trying to come up the inside of Drucker as we come into turns 3 and 4. Now Drucker trying to come around the outside of Sharp. Drucker runs high. It's Sharp. Johnson down into 2nd. Drucker sliding back into 3rd. Johnson going after Drucker. Sorry, Johnson going after Sharp. On the outside, we come to the checkered flag. From our vantage point right there, we can't actually tell who won, so we're going to have to wait for scoring. But Nick Johnson and Luke Sharp side by side as they cross the finish line. All right, well, I just found out that your winner, in fact, was a 76 of Sharp right there, taking it by, it sounds like about 2 inches. But I'm going to start over here with our 3rd place finisher on the number 24 machine, McLean Drucker. McLean, how you doing tonight, man? You had a pretty good run out there.
I'm doing pretty good. First, I'd like to really thank all my sponsors for helping me get here tonight. Especially Darren Carter for helping me with my riding and training program.
Okay. And then what sponsors you want to thank this evening for helping you get here?
MD Racing, Frankenstein, Penske Racing Socks, Excel, RK Chain, Galfer, and FXR.
You have it, your third place finisher, number 24, McLean Druckler. That brings me over to the number 64 machine, Nick Johnson. You guys put your hands together for second place. Without a doubt, one of the closest races I've ever seen here at the Dairyland Classic. We thought you almost had him. You were a madman in the last couple of laps, trying to get up there, trying to pressure him. Were you waiting to the end, or was it just kind of you getting into panic mode?
I was kind of in the panic mode, trying to get past him, but then I bobbled and he got me, so whatever. It's next year.
I mean, you had a great run. I don't know, it looked like you had both feet off the foot pegs when you were coming up. You were up in the dirt where they farm potatoes way off the groove. I mean, you were doing everything you could to hold on to that thing.
I was. When I came on the outside, I saw him. I'm like, oh boy, he's got it on me. He got on the gas long before me, and I just, it was.
Well, I mean, it still worked out. You're still here on the box. Anybody you want to thank this evening?
I want to thank my mom and dad, Johnson's Auto Body, Ernie's Speed Shop, DJ Schlosser. I think that's about it. Oh, my sister, DC Photography. I want to say it. It's weird. It's a weird word.
You only mentioned her because she just screamed it from the stands, but it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for our second place finisher, number 64, Nick Johnson. And that brings me right here into the middle. Number 76, your winner. You guys make some noise for Luke Sharp. That the closest margin of victories here at the Dairyland Classic. We couldn't actually tell up on the stand who won. We had to wait for the call to come over the radio. Could you hear him? Did you know he was there? Were you expecting an all-out drag race to the finish line?
Me and Nick raced all together. He's always on me. So I knew he was there, but just kept going.
Yeah, any special strategy if he got around you or anything? Were you going to try to clean him out, because he's your boy? Or no, I'm just kidding. Anybody you want to thank this evening?
First off, I want to thank Victor Sharp. He's the one who got me here. And I want to thank all my family and friends. And I want to thank the Shadow Man, Sunset Hill Screen Printing, Cohen Transportation, and ECS Solutions.
Well, there you go. Congratulations. Your winner of our 450cc Amateur A main. Put your hands together for 76. Luke Sharp, second place. Nick Johnson, and third place, number 24 machine of McLean Drucker. And once again, that was the 450cc Amateur A main, brought up to you by Flat Out Friday. Terry Vestal and Jeremy DeRuiter drag racing up. I'm not sure if Terry had a little bit of a problem there. It looks like he backed off as they were coming through turns 1 and 2. But it's going to be Jeremy DeRuiter, followed by the 16 of DJ Schlosser. Terry Vestal sitting back there in third. It's going to be an 8-lap. Now Schlosser trying to chase down DeRuiter. Terry Vestal's got some company back there. The number 83 machine, Jacob Jesko, trying to go the long way around Terry Vestal. But right now as they dive into turns, Jesko going around Terry Vestal. See if he makes his six coming out of the turn, but it's DeRuiter, Schlosser, Jesko, Vestal. That is your top four right now, with some more company back there in fourth place. Jeremy DeRuiter, PJ Schlosser, and 83 of Jacob Jesko right now, leading down the back straightaway. Schlosser trying to close the gap on DeRuiter as he dives into 3, coming out of 4. these guys stretching the cables on his Harley Davidson. That's the 80 of Jacob Holter, trying to get around the outside of Terry Vessel. It pushes him wide up the track into the deep step. Schlosser starting to slowly close the gap. 2 laps to go. Look for Schlosser to make his move here in the next 2 laps. Oh, DeRuiter bobbles. Schlosser with a good drive coming out of turn number 2. Diving into turn number 3 and 4. Schlosser on the outside. See if he tries to dive down to the inside. Stays on the outside. At the white flag, DJ Schlosser right on the tail of Jeremy DeRuiter. Schlosser looking to make a last turn move here. Let's see what he's got in the bag. And it's going to be DeRuiter, Schlosser, and the 83 of Jacob Jesko. For your top 3 for our Hooligan A main. Brought to you by West Bend, Harley Davidson, Terry Vestal finishing 4th. And I believe that was the 80 of Jacob Holter back there in 5th. All right, I'm going to start over here with the 83 machine of Jacob Jesko. You guys put your hands together for our 3rd place finisher over here. Jacob, you had a great race out there. You were able to make a couple of passes, get around Vestal, try to get up and chase these boys around. You kind of sticking up with them. How are you feeling out there?
I'm feeling really good. This morning was the very first time I ever saw this bike, so I can't complain at all. I got to give a huge thanks to Frank Anderson for letting me ride his bike, let me go out there and have fun. I mean, these 2 were flying out there. Vestal was flying. I'm just happy I was able to make that pass and get up here. But, man, it was a great time. You fans are awesome. It's a fun event in general.
Well, you ran a great race out there. And anybody you'd like to thank?
Anderson for letting me use his bike. Dan Luchon for letting me use his 450 earlier today. I mean, just everyone, all you fans, my family, just everyone that makes us have a fun time.
Well, there you have it. Once again, you guys put your hands together and make some noise for number 83, your 3rd place finisher, Jacob Jesko. I feel like we just did this a couple minutes ago. Are you gonna run the 450? You gonna run the Pro AM too? You gonna run maybe sprint it? No, I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your 2nd place 16, DJ Schlosser. You ran a good race out there. You guys had to kind of pass a couple of guys to get up there. Jeremy kind of started running away a little bit there, but towards the end, you started reeling them in, and we were thinking you might be able to kind of find a way to get around in those last 2 laps. Were you thinking the same thing too, or were you just kind of holding on after that, after finishing on the podium earlier?
After he got a little sideways down here, I thought we were both going down, but no, I just kind of settled in there. I figured it wasn't worth taking out your teammate for just to get by somebody, so I just settled in and followed him, and I was good with it.
All right, there you go. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Suburban Harley again for everything they do for us.
Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, put your hands together and make some noise for DJ Schlosser. Back to back, he says. All right, you guys put your hands together and make some noise for your winner of our Hooligan A main, brought to you by West Bend Harley Davidson, number 34, Jeremy DeRuiter. You definitely earned that one tonight, man. You were looking fast all day. We were watching you in practice. You looked like kind of the guy to beat. Did you feel like they were all kind of coming for you, or were you feeling pretty good with the track?
No, I felt pretty good all day. I mean, I had the bike working really well. I was struggling more than the bike was, but I knew DJ was going to be fast. Jacob, Terry, I mean, these guys get after it. So I knew it was going to be a tough one. Felt really good in the beginning of the race. And then I just started getting tight and just missing my lines, getting sideways, spinning the wheel up. So I heard DJ coming big time, and I'm glad it was only 8 laps and not 10, because I don't know if it would have held him off for 2 more just with the struggles I had going on. But thank you all you guys for coming out. Really awesome crowd. Love having you here. Thank you very much. Suburban Harley Davidson, BMRE Electric Carts, Brad Miller, my wife, Harper, friends and family, all that came out. So thank you guys all.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of our Hooligan A main, number 34, Jeremy DeRuiter. Kevin Parkerling in Campbellsport, Wisconsin. Justin Jones. A tight battle as they come off the line. As they come down the front straight, we're going to read you that top 3. A lot of action going on in the back of the pack. A lot of moving around. 88 to setup. And 21 of runner. Looks like Trent Lowe in third. And we come back around. It's going to be setup, runner, and 48 Trent Lowe. I believe that's that 37 Bronson Bauman in fourth. He won our Jim Sumner Memorial Dash for Cash, and he's moving up front right now, trying to pick up some real estate on our leaders. Right now it's setup with runner trying to come underneath of him, and Lowe in third. Our winner last year. Saddle still out front with Brunner right up behind him. Bronson Bauman still trying to put that space up. All over Saddle. Lowe sitting there watching the show, but Davis Fisher on the back door at number 4 of Bronson Bauman. Lowe still front. Davis Fisher still trying to get around Bronson Bauman, but here Rain, the number 7 machine, trying to catch up, get into that battle for 5th place. Saddle still out. 20 laps made. Runner with a good drive coming on. Turns 3 and 4. Then backs off, left Saddle into the turn. But he's going to come up underneath. Here we go. Runner trying to come up under. At the line, it's going to be Brunner with Saddle. Saddle tucking in behind him. Going to try to come back down low behind him. Lowe watching the show in third. Way high for Davis Fisher. He blows the line, trying to get back down. Giving Bronson Bauman some breathing room. But right now, all the action is at the front with the 21 of Trevor Brunner out of Aurora, Indiana, on the Mission Fruitzenati Racing Roof Systems Dallas-Fort Worth Yamaha. Out front, halfway, 10 laps down, as Trevor Brunner leads him at the halfway point. Oh, Chase Saddle bobbles a little bit. Trent Lowe. It's getting a drive. Trying to come back down as he kind of hit the bump coming on turn 4. Bronson Bauman still trying to get up into the action for the top 3. And Brunner still out front, putting some space between him, Saddle, and Lowe. Lowe pressing Saddle right now, but Lowe runs a little bit high, losing the drive coming out of turn number 2. Bronson still in the mix here, trying to catch up to that top pack. Runner. Oh, yes, here comes Saddle and Lowe. Trying to close the gap a little bit, coming into turns 3 and 4. Now coming into 1 and 2. Our second and third place riders picking up a little bit, coming into turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But right now, Brunner's got that Mission Fruitzenati Racing Yamaha hooked up, coming out of the corners. Davis Fisher is still trying to hold off Thomas Drake for 5th. These guys starting to get close to some lap traffic here. We'll see how that plays out over the next couple of laps. But Brunner starting to run away with it a little bit. And Saddle and Lowe are battling for second place. Everybody in the pits is on their feet right now. Watching this go on. 2 laps to go for Brunner out front. Low all over Sadoff. Sadoff dives in a little bit ahead of Lowe, but Lowe can't quite make the move. Here we come, white flags for Brunner, Sadoff, and Lowe. Bronson still back and forth. Let's see what happens with Sadoff and Lowe. Sadoff with a great drive out of turn number 2. Let's see if Lowe tries to throw it in. We still have a couple of lappers ahead of us here as we go. Here comes Brunner, your winner. Sadoff second and Lowe in third. Your third place finisher, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the number 48 machine, riding the Mission Foods Turner Racing American Honda, Trent Lowe. You had a good battle out there the whole race with Chase Sadoff trying to get around him. You just couldn't quite find a way. Did you not like the lines? Was he kind of blocking you, or what was going on?
I mean, I haven't felt really good all day. I've kind of just felt a little off. I had multiple options to pass him. Just didn't feel comfortable enough to do it. I felt like it was probably going to be a little aggressive. Normally when I'm comfortable, I would have not thought twice about it and took it, but didn't quite feel right. So I just kind of held off, tried to find a clean way past, but yeah, just let Trevor get away too far, I guess. Yeah, it definitely sucks I couldn't get past Chase, because I definitely felt like once I got rolling by myself, I was good. Just not behind people, I struggled. So, yeah, it's all right, though. Excited to be back up here on the podium for another year at the Dairyland. And sucks I'm not back on the billboard this year, but hopefully we'll do it the following year. So thanks to all you fans for coming out, and thanks to my whole team for all the support.
Anybody else you want to thank before we head out of here?
Mission Foods, Turner Racing, Honda, Jerry Stinchfield, Castrol, my mechanic Tristan, my mom and dad, and everyone else. I really appreciate it.
Once again, you guys make some noise here for your third place finisher in the Pro-Am A-Main, number 48, Trent Lowe. And I'm going to head over here to the number 88 machine. Taking second place right in the JBG Motorsports Honda. Put your hands together and make some noise for 88 Chase Sadoff. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit earlier today, we were kind of sweating the hoodie look. You know, it looked pretty gangster out there with the hoodies flapping in the air. Was that slowing you down a little bit with that hood? Not very aerodynamic like these other guys, or was it just you went style over function today?
Man, I thought I could just drive it in the quarter harder, and the hoodie was like a parachute to slow me down. But I guess it didn't really work out. Trevor rode a good race. You know, he was there the whole time while I was leading, and he got around me good. And I thank my old teammate Trent Lowe for not stuffing it in on me. Congrats to him. But yeah, it was a fun race, and always looking forward to this one. And yeah, thanks to everybody that came out and everybody that helps put this race on, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody else you'd like to thank?
Oh yeah, JPG Trucking, Gordy Halsey, the whole Bigelow family, everybody that came out. Brian Bigelow, freaking, there's so many people. Suter, Spectral Oils, man, just so many people that are helping me out this year. Thank you very much, and I appreciate everything you do.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, second place, number 88, Chase Sadoff. I'll come over to this side. We'll go right here. And now your winner, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Make some noise. Riding the 21 machine, the Mission Foods Zanati Racing Roof Systems, Dallas, Fort Worth, Yamaha. Let me hear you scream for Trevor Brunner. Your winner of the Pro-Am A-Main Gruber Law Offices, which I think kind of makes you like the fastest dude of the evening. So you made a couple of good passes out there. You got out front. You kind of put some distance between these two guys out there. Could you hear them back there, or were you just kind of focused on what you had going on?
You know, a track this small, you know, everybody sounds like they're right behind you, so you just got to push the whole time and hope you're doing the right thing, you know. But yeah, it was a great race. We got off to a great start and followed Chase around for quite a few laps there, and he was riding good. I was just trying to pick off and stay consistent and smooth, and just see where I could kind of nitpick it and be a little better. And yeah, I mean, I just waited for that opportunity, and yeah, he just slid up a little bit in turn 3, and that's how I kind of got under him. And then I just put my head down and you know, put in as fast as laps as I could, and you know, it worked. We came out with a main event win, and you know, just big hats off to my buddy Bill right here. I mean, he's been so crucial to my program since like 2021 and on. And you know, drove myself here yesterday, and just me and Bill, and we've been working at it all day, getting a little faster, and then you know, Bill Werner, he just put his special touch to it for this main event, and it you know, it worked. So hats off to him, and thank you to you fans for sticking around. Thanks a lot. I could hear you guys screaming the whole time, and thanks to the Sumner family for all they do and for putting this race on. It's greatly appreciated. Glad we're getting here to ride motorcycles. So.
Anybody else you want to thank before we head out of here this evening? You kind of get the last word of the night.
Yeah, definitely Rye Helmets, Dionysi Leathers, DIG Chain, Vortex Sprockets, Pro Plates. He's been amazing getting all these graphics whipped up. Yeah, Mike Butler Racing, Dave and Michelle for all they do for the AFT stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's been a blessing, and let's see if we can keep it rolling into the AFT season this way.
Absolutely, and you had mentioned earlier that you guys just kept getting faster and faster throughout the day. Well, you figured it out because you were the fastest at the right time. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, put your hands together for your winner, the Pro-Am A main, number 21, Trevor Brunner. Second place, number 88, Chase Sadoff. And third, number 48, Trent Lowe.